Yeah, one of the many suspension bridges they have here in the area. I just love these suspension bridges, and it's basically, yeah, two steel cables anchored in some big chunk of concrete. Yeah, you can see here the steel that's anchoring it somewhere in here, and then sometimes concrete, sometimes steel, a pillar, and the two big cables are the ones who take the weight. And yeah, they build them in all sizes, up to, yeah, where you can drive with a tractor or a car, or yeah, maybe even a truck over a river. That's a smaller one here, and yeah, they keep them the steel cables in not the wood, but the steel cables in reasonably good condition. And yeah, this is actually a smaller one here we're crossing, and it's really not that high. Not really. That's, by the way, the Kal-Koritnica river, creek, mountain creek. Yeah, maybe we do that in the following days with the kayak. And that's a not so impressive path down here. With, yeah, they are just around the corner to the left. It's a little bit more challenging. Yeah, we'll see. So yeah, and the whole thing is then suspended. I mean, this is basically a U shape and takes the load through the 4 steel cables, but it's mainly the top steel cables. Yeah, that's it. Suspension bridge, Slovenian specialty. So this is a typical trail here around Bovec. If you leave the main trails to the left and the right, which are marked for tourists stuff. So yeah, that's very typical because it's a mountainous area, of course. So you have your trail, and it's normally, if you're not really up in the mountains, easy going. Yeah, I mean, it's narrow, but yeah, it's really easy going. But I mean, to the left it really goes down, and to the right, can you see that? Probably not, but it's really going up. So yeah, typical trail, nothing special about it. Yeah, another suspension bridge. This one a little bit older. Same principle of construction, but only one steel cable to hold it up, and some railway stuff here as a pillar. And yeah, this one is actually a wee bit higher. What weathered well. And this is the Soča Creek, which is has many different sections, and this is one of the easier sections. Yeah, very easy. Does that look good against the light? I don't know. Let's finish crossing the bridge. Because, yeah, That's an older suspension bridge. I have no idea how that steel cable is anchored. And yeah, the pillar is steel. At least there's one massive pillar and one not so massive. This is more like, you know, marked trails around the city. So much wider and, you know, prepared for the occasional mountain biker. It's basically not hiking, it's more like, you know, taking a stroll. I'm wearing sandals, so yeah. Yeah, that's one of the higher peaks around here. We already done that, and it has a very violent history. It was a focal point of the front in World War II. World War I.
So from here on out it will be voice over only, because I switched from my iPhone SE to my Panasonic Lumix DMC-FX60, a very old compact camera, and all you hear on the soundtrack would be noise. Yeah, on the SE it was yeah, you could understand me somehow, but here you really only hear water rushing and no noise at all, voice at all. And of course we are here on another suspension bridge. I mean, what else? And this is obviously yeah, of a slightly newer vintage. There was an older one here a few years ago, but they replaced it. So we went on the stretch of the Soča marked red here on the map, and yeah, it's shake cam time because the Panasonic doesn't have any picture stabilization, and I tried some software to stabilize the picture afterwards, but it hasn't been working out. And yeah, nice. And here we have another little rapid. Yeah, I'm not really sure what I should tell you. I mean, yeah, this is one of the easier stretches, still white water, but easier stretches of the Soča. And yeah, it's simply beautiful. Okay, here we got a little bit more action and shake cam again. I'm not standing here at the riverbank. I'm still in my kayak, and so the kayak does what the water does, and so the camera does what the water does, and that is move. Yeah, but I'm... Oh yeah, that's nice. Very nice. But you see, when the water is very still, I can get some better footage even without image stabilization. And I mean, it's not only the river. I mean, of course it's the river, but it's simply beautiful here. And oops, yeah, I hit a stone there. Yeah, we are going under that old suspension bridge. Oh, look, there's somebody up there. And yeah, there are always, at least up here, stretches where it is very calm, very relaxing, and you're just enjoying nature. Okay, another small rapid, playing around. Yeah, disappearing behind the stone. Yeah, just playing around a little bit. And the most impressive thing about the River Soča is the water. It got that turquoise color, and it's absolutely clear. I mean, it's amazing. And you are always, you have always these great views. I hope I look up at some point and not just at my pedal. Yeah, obviously I'm trying to avoid some stones. Yeah, you got always these great looks onto the mountains, and you are in that really steep valley. It's simply amazing just being there. You don't really need white water, yeah, to have fun here. It's just sitting in your kayak, doing nothing most of the time, and just enjoying the nice weather, which is not always nice there, yeah, admittedly, and the landscape. Okay, I guess we are coming to an end of that stretch, because we do that only on the last half mile or mile or so. Oh, fingers, sorry. Yeah, blue sky, mountains, crystal clear water, simply fantastic. I mean, there's no river, at least in Europe, that can beat that. And yeah, we will get out. That's the end of that stretch at that bridge ahead, and yeah, just enjoy the clouds and the mountains. And I need another camera for doing such stuff, but yeah, that's my first try on outdoor with equipment I had, and well, not as old as my electronic equipment, but yeah, old camera. And the valley gets a little bit broader as you go down the river. Maybe we'll see some more of that later on, but yeah, right now I was quite happy, yeah, being there on that upper stretch. We do that several times every time we're there. And of course we went up to a mountain, this time the Svinjak, and you can do that directly from our camping site. And yeah, this is a typical, now no longer valley trail, but mountain trail. And yeah, they are marked, but especially in the autumn when there are a lot of leaves, they are quite hard to spot sometimes. But that one is actually traveled a lot, because the Svinjak is not that high, at least not in numbers, feet or meters. And the problem with the Svinjak is you think you go up, or you are up, but you're just there. And yeah, if you come up the ridge, you realize, okay, it goes up even further. Okay, no problem. But even from inside that first ridge, you have a absolutely breathtaking view of the landscape and the valley. That's the Kal-Koritnica valley, by the way, not the Soča valley. And yeah, you just keep going. And it goes steeper and steeper up. We are still below the tree line within the woods, which was nice to have some shade because it was quite hot that day. And yeah, in between, views of the mountains. Again, the Koritnica Valley. Nothing too special. I mean, very special, in fact. And then you go up again. And yeah, now we are here in another ridge and another great view, a little bit higher. So we are almost, at least visually, on level with the other mountain peaks, the higher mountain peaks, but it goes still up. And then you reach the next ridge with a really, really breathtaking view. Yeah, there in the distance the Soča gets broader for a while, and you're now, yeah, still a little bit in the mountains. Yeah, that ridge, you don't have a view here, not really, but it's the last ridge where you are in the woods, in the shadows. And from then on, it goes up. Now we are above the tree line and it goes just up. Very, very steep. So yeah, look back down into the valley. Okay, I guess I have to catch up now. And then you are in the top, and you are a few hundred meters below the other peaks, but visually you are on the same level, and you really, yeah, we are really at the peak. It's simply a breathtaking view up here, because you can really look 360 degrees around, and yeah. Oh yeah, down there, that's our camping site. And the way down is, as always, most tedious. At least the first part, until you reach the tree line again. And of course we did another stretch of the Soča, again marked in red. And this is, at least the second part, a little bit more taxing. Very taxing for my taste. Yeah, it's at the limit I can do, but until then, it's really, really nice. The valley is a little bit broader, the river has become broader, bigger, more water, but it's still the same absolutely crystal clear water with that turquoise, whatever color. The mountains, of course, down here are not that high, but yeah, it's simply amazing being on that river. And I have no idea what I'm filming here. Absolutely no idea. Anyway, oh yeah, here we are to the entrance of the more taxing stretch, at least for me. I think it is. Yes, it is. That's called the graveyard, the next stretch. Not because many people die there, going down there in kayaks, but because there's a World War I graveyard along the river somewhere. Yeah, whitewater kayaking people they try to exaggerate a little bit. And yeah, I didn't intend to do some footage from within that stretch because, as I said, that I'm at my limits here. But since I took a swim, I thought I could take out the camera and have a look around anyway. No shake cam this time because, yeah, some people just want to be filmed. I'm really sorry. And yeah, that's another nice spot. We just learned on that vacation that the locals call it the meat grinder. For whatever reasons, before that we knew that just as the curler, as in hair curlers. So yeah, just have a look at it before we actually do it. And here we are actually walking back. We only have one car, so yeah, we drive to the place where we start the tour, and then we drive our kayaks down, and then we walk back to the car. Very green. And that's the really big suspension bridge I talked about. And yeah, there are cars and tractors driving over it. And yeah, it's also very high. Do I have a look down? Yes, I have a look down. Yeah. We came from there, and you can, in theory, continue here, but that's a wee bit above my abilities. Yeah. Looks nice enough, but yeah, not for me. That part. Definitely not. Yeah, so now we have a walk on the left-hand side of the river back upstream, and our car is parked on the right-hand side of the river, which makes it a little bit yeah, interesting in the end. Yeah, that's a big suspension bridge in that really typical I don't know if it's only used in Slovenia, but yeah, just with two big steel cables. Yeah. And yeah, we are almost at the end of our walk back, and I just got out the camera because I wanted to show you just another, yeah, you guessed it, suspension bridge. Yeah, they really love their suspension bridges. And here we are in the process of crossing back from the left-hand side to the right-hand side where our car is parked somewhere. Yeah, a lot of people get in there onto that stretch. Also, rafting is done there. And yeah, it's broad, but it's not very deep here. I mean, it's not very deep because it's very broad at that stop. Yeah, we did it. We're on the right-hand side now. And everybody loves cats, don't they? Everybody. I have no idea where we are. Oh, yes. Another very small mountain tour. Yeah, we actually had to abort that because of a landslide. Yeah, we will see that later on. Yeah, Monica's trying to get the same shot with that big cloud in the valley. And that's one of the older landslides. There are a lot of landslides there. that region. Big landslides. And yeah, that landslide, actually a little bit newer one, stopped our tour.